Public humiliation is trending and it's getting dark. And did somebody lace your weed, or did you forget that we're back with another video? Okay, so yeah, bullying has definitely evolved. I'm just say that. It has definitely evolved. It has changed like everything else in life. History, what happened in the past, it evolves later in the future. You get what I mean? So that's what's kind of going on with bullying. Before, you can get bullied and, just be bullied at school, go home, and nobody can really attack you from your phone. Nobody can, like, really blow up your house phone or whatever. Or, I mean, you can change the number and that's what it be, but it just has taken its own form. So we're going to see what's going on.
I just saw the trend of people, like, flipping the camera on people. That's so rude. That was so mean. Like, I can't believe people do that. Like, that's so mean.
Why the would you want to literally put somebody else in a position where they're being made fun of? They're the butt of a joke that everybody is in on except for them.
Bullying isn't like this you see on TV. It isn't someone getting stuffed into a locker. It isn't someone's head getting stuffed into a toilet. Most of the bullying in real life is like this flip the camera trend.
We all know bullying isn't new, okay? That's a tale as old as time. Kids teased for wearing glasses, adults gossiped about at work. Cruelty is not a new phenomenon.
Yeah, bullying can happen at any age. I think when we think of bullying, we think of like, middle school, high school, even elementary school. Like, yeah, kids getting stuff in the locker or like everybody making fun of them at the same time. Now, like adults get bullied. You don't have to be in high school or below to be bullied. Like, no, you can get bullied at any age. And now with technology, you can get cyber bullied at any age for sure. Post a video, anybody can clown you. Anybody.
It looks a little different from what we remember, and you can see it in the way people treat each other today. From strangers recording people at their worst without a second thought, to so-called pranks that look more like public humiliation. It's like the world is getting a lot more comfortable with making other people.
Did y'all see that joint with run it back. Y'all see this joint? With the wife?
To so-called pranks that look more
y'all
like
see
public
this?
humiliation.
Oh my gosh. And imagine you just marry somebody like this. Holy
it's
shit.
like the world is getting a lot more comfortable with making other people uncomfortable. In today's video, we're going to talk about the roots of bullying, how it got worse over time, and why it's resurfacing in ways darker than before. Welcome to the...
And it's sad because the person you bullying, like, they're literally getting abused at home. Like, you don't even know what people's situation is. And I understand, like, when you're a kid, I feel like you can be kind of self-centered. In your brain, you have to be, like, really one of a kind to see things way beyond yourself. You know what I mean? But it's like, you are traumatizing a person. If you have ever bullied somebody, you have gave somebody a trauma story. Straight up. Yes. Obviously, bullying is probably not as bad. I'm not here to compare, but yeah, it's not as bad as, like, ending somebody's life or, sexually doing something to somebody. Yeah. No, it's not. However, it's not cool. And it's traumatizing. And it's sad because that sticks with people for the rest of their lives. People be like 40s, 50s, and they remember that. And I get it. We can say they was kids, you was kids, and it is true. We all change. We change. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I was a kid. I ain't never bullied nobody. So what is that? So just because another person was also a kid, like, that's why we need to excuse why they were like, nah.
Girl talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just give those away for free, but hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. Quick announcement, I am hiring an editor to join my team. If you watch my videos regularly, journey for sponsoring this video. Back in the day, being an impact wasn't a choice. It was the anti-bullying message that shaped us for society.
I am here with Live Loud and Higher Back Entertainment. We're going to talk to you today about don't be a bully, be a friend, be the impact.
And since young
That's
kids
what.
and teens were still developing their sense of right and wrong, adults made sure to step in and redirect any mean tendencies before they spiraled.
Okay, so what we could do today is a couple exercises to help you express your anger in a healthy way.
Can I just say that we don't have a clique problem at this school? And some of us shouldn't have to take this workshop because some of us are just victims in the situation?
That's probably true. How many of you have ever felt personally victimized by Regina George?
So, kindness and empathy were taught at home, or at least they should be. But school was the place where kids learned how to socialize. They learned to work with people and other kids.
You know what? I think there's a nature versus nurture aspect that comes to this, because what Janelle said is true. Yes, you get taught how to be a appropriate, functioning, law-abiding human being at your crib, but some things just be a certain person's nature. Like I said, two different kids could be getting abused at home. One goes to school and they out the way. The other one, they go to school and they start bullying everybody, and they both getting abused. So it's just like, okay, we can say like the parents this, parents that. Sometimes some people just, everybody has an ugly part to their human nature. And some people's are just really fucking ugly.
That were different from them, and understand that their behaviors could affect other people.
And sometimes bullying isn't even physical, hitting somebody or saying something verbal. Sometimes bullying is just excluding somebody. You leave that person out. That's a form of bullying. But that one act, what I've seen happen in my life, can destroy a life.
So with that in mind, schools took bullying very seriously. You may remember those huge assemblies where everyone sat on the gym floor, crisscross applesauce. A counselor or a guest speaker would come up on stage and talk to the kids in a fun way about anti-bullying and the importance of kindness.
Be a hero.
How can I do that? I can't fly.
Yeah, I don't have laser vision. I don't even have a cape. Be a good friend.
Worksheets were passed out, posters were in the hallway, reminding kids to think before they acted. And if you didn't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And for the most part, children listened. It wasn't cool to be a bully. Even our favorite TV shows reinforced that message. TV networks like Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, and Cartoon Network would run anti-bullying campaigns that shaped an entire generation to understand that bullying had consequences. It wasn't until the social media started to adapt a little faster than the programs could handle. While schools were drilling this anti-bullying message into kids, under the surface, there was a new kind of interaction bubbling, and a lot of schools and parents were not prepared for it.
So what is a parent to do? How could they possibly keep up with all this changing technology?
I think that's really one of the main challenges parents have, is that technology is constantly changing. 2 years ago it was FormSpring, and now it's Ask.fm and these other applications that are on a phone. And it really is impossible for parents to keep up.
Social media started popping around the early 2000s with platforms like MySpace, Facebook, and Tumblr. So for the first time, kids and teens were socializing online in ways parents and teachers couldn't monitor.
Local parents say cyberbullying is much worse than most people think. A local mother contacted us to share her personal story.
Heather says she would have never known about all the Facebook pages if it wasn't for her daughter bringing it to her attention.
And by the 2010s, cyberbullying became a national issue, eventually leading to updated school policies, state laws, and massive media coverage.
Investigators and elements.
Man, cyberbullying gotta be the worst type of way to get bullied, because it's just like, I don't even got that type of bully to say all of this to my face. You have to say this shit through a screen. Like, I can't even respect you as a bully. I don't respect bullies, period. But it's just like, you a cyberbully, like, you scary. You scary. Because you're not saying this to my face. Everybody want to get bullied behind a screen. Like, for what? For what? You don't even have the human decency to kick me while I'm down to my face. You're online with it? Alright. Hi.
County have arrested half a dozen students on charges of cyberbullying.
They're accused of using Facebook to bully 3 of their fellow classmates at Southern Alamance High School in Graham.
This was also around the time that ABC Family released the movie that rewired the brains of millennials and older Gen Z all around the world.
Raise your hand if you were personally victimized by this movie right here. So this is the 2011 film Cyberbully, and I feel like it was a canon event for us late millennials, early Gen Z, because I feel like all of us watched this and kind of traumatized us.
The movie Cyberbully showed how damaging online bullying could be. That movie had me in a chokehold at the ripe age of 9, and as traumatizing as that movie was, we all needed to see the effects of cyberbullying. Kids needed to see that even if you're behind an anonymous username, your words can potentially kill.
That movie was our Gen Z millennial horror movie in real time. It was the first time a mainstream film dared to expose the cruelty of online cyberbullying. It literally was a mirror reflecting back to us what was happening in our everyday lives as Gen Z and millennials were being exposed to online digital spaces with MySpace, with the rise of Facebook, with the rise of Tumblr and Twitter.
Now, as most of the harm was happening online rather than face to face, it still hit people in an entirely different way. And look, I'm not gonna sit here and undermine or compare face-to-face bullying versus cyberbullying. Both are horrible in the same way. But when it comes to online bullying, let's be honest, you can close your laptop.
That is
you can
true.
Step outside. You can touch
Delete
grass
your
for a little
account.
bit and
Delete your
breathe
account.
in and out.
So I think cyberbullying is worse because it can really spread.
I can't even respect this. Like, I'm trying to tell you, if you have, I've been cyberbullied before, so I'm gonna just say that so you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from. Like, it's just I can't even be that offended because it's just like you're not. It's one thing if it's just like some type of random, but like some people, like you would then know them in person and they try to cyberbully you, and it's like, like, I would be offended, but it's like the fact you can't even say it to my face, you not a worthy opponent. You not even a worthy opponent. That's just me as an individual. Like, depending, like, how you handle things, it will let me know if you're a worthy opponent or not. Same thing with, like, conversations. I kind of analyze and, like, I peep how somebody handles the situation, like, what they address, what points they want to highlight, how well they're able to hear me out. If you can't do that well, you're not a worthy opponent to me. Like, I've been in some situations with people, like, they're straight lying up the wall, but they want me to sort things out with them. It's just like, I can't sort things out with somebody who doesn't want to, like, take accountability. You're not a worthy opponent. You're not a worthy adversary. You're not a worthy person I need to talk to. Yes, I'm that type of person. Some people are just not worth your time. And I don't make that decision and, like, say nothing. It's just like, I give people chances. It's just like some people just ain't worth your time. And, like, even bullying, not worth your time. It's different when you're a kid, but so much you do. You go tell your teachers. Some teachers don't care at all. Other people be a part of the problem. And we can say at home be the problem, but school systems can't control what's going on at home. That is a fact. Most they can do maybe call CPS. But schools kind of play a role on how, like, this person who's a victim of bullying gets treated and gets handled. Like, some teachers don't care. They do nothing to stop it. They let it go on. Like, they let one joke pass. Okay, cool. One, 2, 3, 4 jokes go past. But it's the 5th one that it's like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. I don't like teachers that do that neither. Like, you can make fun of this person one time, cool. But, like, when it's a lot, then they feel they need to step in. No, step in immediately. How are we helping our community? Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, humans were supposed to live in dominion. Being self-centered, like, not really trying to care about, like, how another person is doing or have, like, how does this benefit me, like, type of mindset. Like, you're not good for the community at all. You're not good for the community at all. Getting bullied is whack. I'm sorry for anybody who's been a victim of bullying. But bullying has its own lessons. So I was bullied. One thing I learned is that some people will have a problem with you and you do nothing to them. So that taught me and encouraged me to live life authentically as who I am. Because I have been in situations, I have done nothing to an individual, and they have hatred, resentment, bitterness, whatever the case may be towards me. So that's when I learned, okay, I can do nothing to somebody gonna feel some type of way. If somebody gonna feel some type of way about me, it's because I was being me. Not because I was being an imposter ass bitch. No. Everybody should be yourselves. I don't care. And even if you being yourself and you're getting bullied for it, still be yourself. The only reason why somebody has like some type of right to correct your behavior if you like living in a way that's like directly against God. And even if you are, there's a certain way somebody can come at you too. Because some people feel like because they true and they right, they can talk to people any type of way. No. I used to be like that kind of too. I'm telling the truth. At least I'm not lying. So as long as I'm not lying, it doesn't matter what I say. Or how I say it, what tone I use, what words I use. No. You can be a truthful, honest person and still be a bitch. So be careful, everybody.
And go viral and basically be heard by the world.
Face-to-face could be more harmful since you experience it firsthand. If it's a public account, you can make it private. There's ways of, avoiding it.
Even if it didn't completely fix the problem, there was a way to disconnect. Well, what if I told you that the bullying we're seeing today is extremely different because the cruelty is happening online and face-to-face, and that mix is way darker than anything we've ever dealt with before. Over the years, bullying has never really changed. We talked about face-to-face bullying, and then eventually cyberbullying came onto the scene. But y'all, I don't know what to call this new form of bullying that's taking place today. There's a new trend. Okay, it's called the flip the camera trend, where someone asks a peer or a stranger to film them dancing, and as the stranger records, the person dancing flips the camera on them to laugh at them.
Oh, and by the way, if you participated in that flip the camera trend and recorded someone off guard, you're a bully. You're a bully. You're a bully.
I can't even believe I am watching grown people cry. Sobbing tears from a trend on here. That person was probably happy just to be seen, overjoyed to feel included. And then those kids who are bullying.
One thing I can say is somebody who is, this is where I'm not saying there's shared responsibility, but this is where we have to start using a bit more common sense. For me, let's say I go to school or I just know somebody, they meet to me all the time. All of a sudden, they're nice towards me. They're like, hey, I want you to be a part of this. Just stand here and we'll flip this camera. But they're mean to me all the time. And now all of a sudden one day they're trying to be nice to me. That's a signal. Hello, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong here. There's something off. There's something off. Why all of a sudden somebody's trying to be nice to me? They want something from me. They want something from me. We gotta be aware, everybody. We gotta be aware. Some people be having really messed up intentions. Sometimes we don't see it till later. And I can understand, maybe these people who's been a victim of this trend probably thought that too. Oh, they're being nice. That's weird, but I'm gonna go with it because, I'm finally getting some attention or I'm finally being included in something. And that's true. Your desire to be included, your desire to have attention, your desire to have some type of companionship with others override what's right in front of you, which is, it's possible these people are playing you. So we all just got to be careful.
Have the nerve to take the kindness of that person and flip the camera in showcasing that they are the ugly person.
I think that whole flipping the camera trend is genuinely one of the worst trends to ever come out of this app. The group of girls or boys or whoever is doing the trend is just having that dude record them so they can make fun of them.
I don't know. I'm still trying to find the joke here, but the thing that makes it unsettling is
it's uncomfortable watching that.
Isn't being done behind a username, and it's not being done face to face. It's this weird hybrid mix of both, where someone is getting humiliated in public and then they have a phone shoved in their face, and then they're posted online for millions of people to see and make fun of them there too.
My husband's friends did the flip the camera challenge on me, which if you're not aware is a horrible trend where you flip the camera to mock the appearance of the person filming you. He had his friends over to watch the game. He goes to replenish their drinks. While he's gone, they asked me to film a dancing video of them. I did not know this was a flip the camera trend until I saw it on my For You page, already viral. comments tearing apart my appearance as far as the eye can see. I go to my husband, I'm crying, obviously, and I'm like, these people can never set foot in our house again. And he goes, well, it's my house too. So I'm like pleading. I'm like, can you get this guy to take the video down? And he's like, no, he's a full-time content creator. I could never ask him to do that. Finally, I'm like, they are intentionally embarrassing me. This man looks right at me. He says, embarrassment is a choice.
This trend is so
I find it so scary people be in marriages with people like this, yo. I be so scared. So scared. I'm scared for y'all. Oh my gosh. I know that has nothing to do with the bullying, but damn. Oh my goodness.
Comfortable to watch, especially
her
the
husband.
Faces of the victim, because they all look so kind and just innocent to all of it. And a lot of them don't even realize that they're the joke. And the ones that do realize, the look on their face says it all.
This trend needs to stop. My dad, the literal nicest guy in the entire world, literally to know Jim Schick is to love him. He got.
Oh, and another thing, if you above the age, if you just out of high school, if you out of high school and you have done this trend, you're weird. That is weird. Because I can see, like, y'all know when y'all are in that high school, middle school dynamic, you with people 8 hours, 5 times of the week, you know, you trying to be cool or like trying to blend in or trying to do what everybody else is doing. And I'm not saying that's right, but I feel like you're more susceptible to that when you're like in those kind of environments, as opposed to you're out of high school, you literally have your free will to do what you want in this world, and you decided to do this. You're weird. That's even, like, you're weird in general if you have done this, but you're like extra weird. I'm not even trying to sound ageist, but you're like extra weird. Like, I'm 22 now. Be weird as fuck if like one of my friends that are my age who just did this. Like, are you good? You had nothing else to do in your day?
I am just not mentally equipped to see stuff like this. I don't even know how I'm gonna sleep tonight.
We live in a world where that learned kindness, it doesn't matter as much as the attention you could get online. And it says a lot about where we are culturally when someone else's discomfort has become entertainment. Now, there's one huge movement that I believe started it all, and that's prank culture. Pranks used to be silly, harmless things that people would do with family and friends. It wasn't until the cameras started rolling that pranks went from harmless to harmful pretty quickly.
At one point, the 31-year-old Coley shoves the phone out of his face. But the prankster, 21-year-old Tanner Cook, is unrelenting.
Stop. You better not play with me. If I've had a long day and I want to go get a 3-piece combo from Popeyes and somebody's in my face with this bogus, we going to jail. That's not even right. I be in the drive-thru with it, so I probably wouldn't even be inside a building, but please. Especially with Popeyes.
But the prankster never expected this reaction. A bullet fired into his stomach and liver.
With YouTube on the rise, creators started posting their prank videos, and they started noticing people were loving them. A lot of them were couples or friends pulling pranks on each other, maybe embarrassing each other in public, but the audience wanted more.
YouTube pranks, when they were in their prime, from like 2018 to 2021, was probably my least favorite era of the internet. If you put the word prank after anything on YouTube, it was fair game. And would eat that up every single time. So logically, it encouraged more people to do it and do crazier things to please your audience. It got to the point where this who does kissing pranks did a kissing my own sister prank. He was literally just promoting it.
Somebody jumping out and yelling boo, it wasn't gonna hold the people over for long. So the pranks got more and more extreme until these prankers were literally harassing strangers and their loved ones, all for views.
I play too much. As you commit vandalism and potentially felony assault if that hits somebody. It's like these straight up stick a firecracker into a glass jar and just like roll it into a target or something and just watch chaos unfold and just be like, that's hilarious. Pranked ya.
Do you want to help me get a nut off?
Get the away from me.
A lot of these pranks.
You see, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I like pranks. They can be funny, but there's some pranks that take it too far. I think what I just saw, the dude who just asked the girl, can I get a da-da-da off? That reminds me when, like, Deshaun Frost was, like, at Target. I think everybody's seen this clip. Like, he was Target, and he was, like, trying to ask the girl out, but it was, like, how he was asking her out, or, like, what he asked her was, like, very inappropriate and sexual. And it's, like, there's some pranks, like, you don't really have a good sense of morality, or, like, it really shows where your morality stance is if you felt comfortable doing a prank like that. That's disgusting. That's like if I roll up on a dude and it was like, and like I'm trying to pretend to grape. I'm trying to pretend to grape them. And I'm like, oh, it's a prank though. That's not funny. What if he did get like sexually taken advantage of before and I just did that and called it a prank? You're being mad and inconsiderate. Yeah, like I said, I like pranks. If you know me, I'm down for a good laugh. Please. I'm down for a good laugh, but I have limits. And everybody should have limits too.
Harassment like this one.
Hello guys, today I'm filming a crazy prank. I met these two Viners a couple of weeks ago and I've arranged to meet them to talk about filming a video with them. Kobe is in on the prank and Sam is getting pranked. Let's see how he reacts to his best friend of 5 years being in front of him.
Hear me out, okay? This is Janae's take. If you're making someone angry, uncomfortable, or distraught just to make other people laugh, is that not bullying?
Hey babe, I got your frosting.
Oh, thanks.
Here's the difference. A good prank is when you make them feel bewildered, confused, and a bad prank is when you make them feel angry, ashamed, frustrated, embarrassed.
The truth is, a lot of people don't even realize that they're being bullied because bullying looks so different today. This isn't that old school type of bullying where someone would shove you into a locker.
I need y'all to please realize that bullying isn't like this you see on TV. It isn't someone getting stuffed into a locker. It isn't someone's head getting stuffed into a toilet. Most of the bullying in real life is like this flip the camera trend.
This type of humiliation is now a part of your digital footprint. It's replayed thousands.
Oh yeah, and another thing, if you seen that flip the camera trend and you commented on the person that was a victim of that, oh, they're so ugly, ew, da, 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 da. Yeah, you can go ahead and log out for me too.
Of times, and it just
boom.
might become a meme that people use for the next 10 years.
The song, it's called Friday. It's about an 8th grader who's getting ready for the weekend, getting ready to party. It's obviously made Rebecca Black an instant hit. She is now totally famous, but it's also made her a target for extreme hatred and cyberbullying.
People should be able to tell the difference between humor and humiliation, but that's becoming less and less common. And the reason it's becoming less and less common is because something in our culture has shifted completely. Instead of people looking at people like actual people, they look at them as potential content. And once someone becomes content, everything after that feels fair game to the person holding the camera and typing on the keyboard.
Yo, bro, I don't have any change, but if I did, I would give it to you. Yeah, no problem, man. Have a good one. Have a blessed day.
Not too comfortable recording people. Everybody's so hell-bent trying to make some content, trying to get a bag off this TikTok to go viral, trying to get him.
Yeah, that's another thing. I feel like if you're the type of person, oh, I need to degrade myself or be a complete menace to society to get it popping, you have a fixed mindset and you have a limited mindset. Because why do you feel like the only way for you to be popular on like the net or you to be trending on the net is for you to do some like defiling ass shit? What does that say about you? You're not worth nothing more than that? That's all you worth? Pissing people off? That's all you worth? Like I said, there's nothing wrong with pranks, but it's just like you gotta know when things take it too far. And if you feel like that's the only way you can stay popular, what does that really say about you and how you feel about you? Because you don't feel like you can be popping just being you. You feel like you got to like ruin somebody's day to get to be popping. Weird.
Make their meaningless life feel important for the little bit of TikTok fame. Like, bruh, but y'all be quick to record and put somebody's bitch. That's the fun. Y'all need to start getting slapped in y'all shit.
Recording strangers has become so normalized that people do it without thinking twice. A stranger could be minding their business at the gym, maybe on the bus, or just doing something that's none of our business, and people will just, oh, pop up their phone and broadcast it to the world. And don't let the video go viral. Now thousands of people feel like they have permission to make fun of you.
Is it me, or has everybody gotten like insanely mean? I have a friend who's afraid to like post pictures of her online and do stuff online because of how mean people are. She posted a picture of herself one time on Twitter, and she has about like 300 followers, and for some reason like that picture blew up. And she's a heavyset girl, and like the comments were crazy, but she sent me like a picture of her DM. Somebody told her to kill herself because she's heavyset.
And once one person makes a joke, 10 more people start.
And it's funny because we would look at that comment and just be so focused on that, but if you really think about the life of the person who sent a DM like that, like how happy do you think they are in life to tell people some shit like that? To tell somebody that who they don't even know at that. Because it's a difference. Like I said, people act different once they get crossed or betrayed, but like you innocently going after an innocent person, that's weird.
Piling on. I don't know if y'all peeped this, but for a lot of people, tearing someone else down feels like a bonding moment. Let's say, for instance, you have a friend or you hang out with a group of friends, and every time y'all get together, they want to talk about someone else or they want to gossip about someone. People bond over bullying.
Not to be dramatic, but nothing bonds two people faster than hating the same person. Like, we could go from strangers to soulmates in 0.3 seconds if I find out you dislike the same person I do. Suddenly, we're speaking in eye contact, we have our own language, our own timeline, our own enemy. That's friendship. It's not the small talk, it's not the shared hobbies, it's not the childhood nostalgia. It's, you don't like them either? Say less.
It becomes this weird group activity that brings those people closer, but you're also bringing someone down. And it also happens in these comment sections too. In a past video, we talked about pack mentality bullying. If someone is being bullied in a TikTok video, people are going to be in that comment section having a good laugh while they make fun of someone else.
If you post unflattering photos of me in my comment section or say things that I don't like, you're getting blocked. People just love making fun of other people in the comments. I'm not sure why so many people love making fun of me. I don't get it. That's so weird to me. Like, there is something wrong with you.
Seriously, what did you think was gonna happen when you tell people, hey, don't bully me? I mean, if people already do that without you saying that, when you bring attention to it, when you dedicate a video to it, it's your choice. But did you honestly think people were still not going to do just?
Okay, I'm glad she made a video like this, because I kind of said this earlier, we kind of play a role in some of our outcomes, and it's like, she makes a good point. If they was already bullying you and you haven't done anything, what makes you think you feeding into it by posting a video saying, hey, can y'all stop? Everybody was just gonna stop. If people did it for no reason already, you know what I mean? We gotta
Have y'all ever
use our common
noticed
sense sometimes.
bullies rarely bully alone? Think about it. There's always a group behind them.
Yes.
There's always somebody.
Yes, they can't even be a standalone bully. They need other people around them to reinforce their behaviors. The bird brains. They need birds. Chicken heads. Oh my goodness. That's how it be. And it's just like, really? Y'all need to come together, go against one person? Yeah, we can even do this one-on-one. And fuck all that talking. Because we could, like... Let me chill out. But it's like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, some of y'all are not even a worthy adversary. Like, y'all not a worthy opponent. Y'all not. Because you couldn't even come at me one-on-one. You had to get a group. You're not worth my time. You're not. Because you couldn't even do it one-on-one. You had to get a group. For one person, it's one thing if I roll with a group. But for real, you need a group of people for one person? You're not worthy. You're not a worthy adversary.
Outside of them. Because these bullies need backup to feel bold. They're cowards that hide behind each other so that no one else can single them out like they're singling out the victim. Y'all, we're cooking, okay? We're on these bullies' neck.
I didn't even think about that. Like, kill, like, can you bully me one-on-one? Like, you need a group to, like... That's really deep. And this is what, then no bullies is a word. Like, have y'all seen like a standalone bully? Nah, they be out there. I'm not gonna say that. That exists. They be standalone bullies. Like, they don't need no group, no nothing. Like, this is who I am, and I don't need nobody to reinforce that. I'm gonna bully you because I want to, not because I think it's cool. I can respect that. I don't respect bullying, but I can respect that reasoning.
I need to know y'all's opinion about this topic. How do y'all feel about this flip the camera trend? Because I cannot believe we've made bullying a trend. But then again, look at the world we live in. Thanks for tuning into the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share.
Thank y'all for tapping into the video today. I guess we're done. Like I said, if you've been a victim of bullying, continue to be yourself. Continue. Just because external things trying to tell you otherwise, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel on the inside. It's cool. Okay? Definitely grow to love yourself. At any age. Love yourself, don't stop. You don't make a goal to love yourself. You hit it and then you stop. Love yourself every single day until you die. Okay? Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll catch y'all next time.